So the number of views required to fully describe a component. Basically what we mean by fully describe is I've given all of the information required to make a component that looks exactly like the one in the question, meaning there's no ambiguity or missing information anywhere. Let's consider our example that we always look at. So here I have drawn the main view and the top view. And now the question is, with these two views specified, do I know all of the information to be able to make this thing the way it's supposed to? So I'm going to explain this by drawing various options for the right-hand view. So if I only had this view and that view, the main view and the top view, then the right-hand view is still somewhat ill-defined. Let's have a look. Okay, so all of this I can gather from this information, but this view could have had that shape to it. By looking at the main view and the top view, there was no way for me to see that this plane has some other weird profile to it. If it was perfectly circular, then one could argue that I could have shown the center line there, which is true, but it doesn't have to be a perfect arc. There could be other options as well. Something like that. So there's not really enough information given in just the main view and the top view to fully describe this view over here. Also, the hidden detail doesn't necessarily have to be straight down simply based on these two views. Although if there was something strange going on, then I would have had some other hidden detail present over there. Let's have a look at a different case where I specify the main view and the detailed right-hand view and see if those two give enough information to be able to fully define all of the features in this component. So now I have my main view fully specified and my right-hand view completely drawn as well. Now the question is my top view fully defined by just looking at the main and the right-hand view? So what I'm going to do this time again is I'm going to draw different options for different ways to interpret these drawings to see whether just these two are enough to specify all of the information. Okay, so if I put a triangle in there instead of the rectangle, this view would still produce this main view and it will still produce this right-hand view, but this shape over here was open for interpretation. Obviously it could go the other way around as well, or it could even have gone and had some other weird profile. Again, if it's not a circle, there's not really a center line that we can put in there. But basically, with this very simple example of ours, we've shown that we actually do need at least 3 views to fully describe this whole component. If we want to, we could add hidden detail, but we'll do that at a later stage. So that means, as I said, we need 3 views to be able to give all the information necessary to be able to make something that looks exactly like the one in the question. And it's very important, if you send drawings to a manufacturing company and information is missing, then they are going to have to make some other assumption, and it will usually not be in the direction where you needed it to be. So they would assume that it is triangular in front because it's less effort to cut out than a square, and then you'll have a part that doesn't look the way you intended it to look. Mostly because it was ill-defined or not fully defined. So not each feature on this whole thing was 100% sure. That's basically what we mean by fully described or fully defined.